up, you guys? My name is Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. I am back in my old filming situation because my tripod broke. So I have you on like a mini tripod from like my first camera type beat. So yeah, that's the current situation. That's why y'all are right here as opposed to somewhere else in my room. I usually like sit on my couch, but my sister brought that couch to college. Yada yada yada, whatever, that's irrelevant. But today's video is going to be a Q&A. I figured that I haven't done one of these in a while. I haven't really like updated you guys on my life, on how I'm doing. Don't really know if y'all care, but at the same time, this is my YouTube channel and I think that this is a fun video idea. So yeah, I am fully caffeinated. If you can't tell, I'm sure it's pretty apparent. I actually went just now to Starbucks with my sister. That's like literally our #1 outing that we do most of these days lately. But yeah, so I went to Starbucks and one of my sister's favorite singers, Gracie Abrams, put this thing on her Instagram story of a Starbucks card, and she like loaded up with a bunch of money and she let her fans and like her followers go and like use that. So this coffee is from Gracie Abrams. So shout out my sister, shout out Gracie Abrams for that. But I actually got a grande iced chestnut praline coffee, and that's because Audrey Trellinger said on the Gals on the Go podcast that she likes this one. I don't dislike it. It's definitely like more of a nutty type of coffee. It's not super sweet. I think it's good, but my favorite is the iced cinnamon dolce latte. So yeah, you heard it here first. That's like literally the best coffee. Me and my roommate Liz get it all the time at school. So yeah, enough rambling. I'm literally so hyper right now. I'm going to get into you guys' questions. I had you guys send them to me on Instagram. My Instagram is madi.blainee. Go ahead and follow it if you don't already. There's obviously 13,000 of you that watch me on YouTube or subscribe to me on YouTube. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. I post all the time, post a lot of premium content, lots of fun Instagram stories. I love Instagram stories and I post pretty frequently on my grid and on my feed. So yeah, definitely go follow me there if y'all want to have any input on my videos or whatever. I do lots of polls and lots of like questions and Q&As on there too. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the questions. I got a bunch of questions and I'm super excited to chat with you guys a little bit. This first question says, what's your favorite spot in Lynchburg to eat / hang out with your friends? Also, I love you in your videos. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I love you too. Her name is Grace, so hey Grace. Okay, so I hang out most of the time on campus, or I hang out at my friends' apartments or in my dorm room. I don't know, because I live on campus, I usually hang out on campus. That probably won't be the case once I do move off campus, but for now I am on campus. My Dog Duke's is a really good like brunch, breakfast, lunch place. I think I actually went there for dinner once too, so I don't think it's necessarily just for those 2 times of day. But yeah, that place is really good. But in terms of hanging out, I mostly hang out on campus. This is such a hard question to answer. It said, what's your favorite Evermore song? I feel like I haven't even like discussed Evermore with you guys yet. Dare I say it is better than Folklore? I don't know if I want to actually like say that, but that's definitely something that I've been thinking lately is like, low-key, this may be, in my opinion, superior to Folklore. But that being said, it's really hard to pick a favorite. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I've gotten to know the album because I've been listening to it on repeat like literally every time I get in my car, but also like it just really takes a while to like rediscover songs that you like glazed over at first. But for now, some of the ones that have stuck out are Gold Rush, love that song, I love the beat behind it, Closure, Long Story Short, Happiness. Yeah, I think that is my little like roster for what my favorite ones are so far, but obviously I might change my mind in the next few months or years because I feel like I often do that. What other YouTubers do you watch? I literally don't watch TV other than Love Island. I watch Love Island. I don't really watch TV that much though, so I pretty much only exclusively watch YouTube, which is so funny. I don't know if I'm the only one who makes videos who also like tends to gravitate towards like watching videos too. I don't know, but that's my thing. I love watching YouTube. I absolutely am obsessed with Hannah Malosh's editing. I think she's so talented, so funny. I just like binge her videos. She's probably the #1 person like lately in the past year or so or past 6 months that I've like literally woken up and been like, okay, like does Hannah have a new video today? I just like love everything about like her life, her Instagram, just like I find her relatable and really funny and really cute. So if you don't watch Hannah Malosh, definitely go watch her. Like I'm like one of her biggest fans. Also Danielle Carolyn, I've been watching her for years. Me and my friend Victoria bond over how much we love her. She's the best. Brooke Michio, Danielle and Brooke do this podcast called Gals on the Go. That's what I referenced earlier when I talked about the coffee that I got. But yeah, listen to that all the time. Great podcast, but I watch both of them on YouTube. They're great. They're like lifestyle, college, like post-grad. Danielle's in college, Brooke already graduated. Another one is Keaton Milburn, classic. She's literally my style inspiration. Mackenzie Lusky, I love her. She's in college right now. She's so cute, best style ever. Yeah, and in terms of like funny YouTubers like Emma Chamberlain, obviously Cody Ko, Noelle Miller, all of those I think are super fun and super entertaining. This question says, how do you tell your friends about Jesus when they don't seem to want to hear it? One of my #1 tips for sharing about the Lord and sharing the gospel and like what the Lord has done for you in your life and continues to do for all of us because his son died on the cross and just the whole gospel, like my way that I am able to exemplify that to the people around me are probably like mostly in the way that you carry yourself and the way that you act. I feel like you can shout the gospel at somebody as much as you want, but like if they're not listening, then it doesn't matter, and if it falls on deaf ears, it's not gonna matter. So I think just like living your life like through that truth and like showing people like, this is what the love of Jesus looks like. This is what the kindness of Jesus looks like. This is what the generosity of Jesus looks like. Just showing those traits that he has given to you through his word and through your relationship with him is a great way to share Jesus to others. And when they see that light that you have in your life, they will look at you and be like, what does she have, or what does he have, or what do they have that I don't have in my life? Why do they have so much joy? And when they look at your life and they see all of those great things like coming out from you because of your faith in the Lord, then they're going to want to know what that comes from, and they're gonna probably ask you. I don't know, I feel like that's just a really great way. If you are overflowing with the Lord, then that's just an amazing way to evangelize and tell people about him without explicitly telling them about him, like if they're not willing to listen. This question says, do you believe in zodiac signs? That's a great question. I haven't really like given it that much thought. I'm a Cancer, but I don't really think that I exemplify a lot of Cancer traits. I did the whole like thing where I was like looking through it. I don't know, I think that kind of stuff is interesting. I really like personality tests and like being able to identify with something, but I also feel like a lot of people take it really far. Same with Enneagram, same with Myers-Briggs. I don't really know. I don't think it's necessarily like bad to say that there may be some truth to it, but I don't think that I do because I personally don't identify with mine. Any tips for when you feel out of touch with the Lord? Much love. Hey Nicole, thank you for asking this question. Honestly, I can say that I identify with that a lot of the time, probably right now in the season of life where I'm home, where I don't really have like a consistent community like encouraging me to be in the word, other than obviously my friends and my family. But when I'm at school, it's like every single person around me is talking about it and I'm learning about it in all my classes. But now that I'm home, I feel like I come home and there's like always little like dry patches where I'm like not super invested in my relationship with the Lord, just like being completely vulnerable and honest with you guys. But yeah, so my tips for that, and my tips obviously for myself, I'm gonna like take what I'm saying and be like, Maddie, like actually put that into practice. But I would say probably just like waking up, setting a set time to get into the word, because I think that that's the best way to grow your relationship and maintain your relationship and sustain your relationship with the Lord, is to actually be in the word. Every single morning or evening or afternoon or wherever is like best for you. So yeah, set aside a specific time and read your Bible even if you don't feel like it, because I feel like sometimes what stops me from doing it is I'm like, oh, I have so much to do, like I don't feel like it. But like, that's just like such a selfish like thing and a selfish mindset to have, because if you think about it, like there are so many people around the world who like don't know who Jesus is and like have never had the opportunity to learn about like his love for them and like the fact that he sent his son to die for us. And it's just like, it's so selfish of me to sit in my privilege and sit in all that he has done for me and be like, okay, I don't have time for you today, Jesus. So yeah, I'm like saying this and I'm like, Maddie, like you need to actually like listen to what you're saying. But yeah, I encourage you to do that even when you don't feel like it, and do that even when you feel like you're not hearing anything for him, or like when you feel like nothing's really happening in your relationship with him, because over time, like he will grow you and you will grow through your time with him. And yeah, I just want to encourage you in that. Also encourage myself in that, because I need to put what I preach into practice. But yeah, I love you, girl, and I love all of you watching this who do take my advice even when I don't really do the best at taking my own advice, because I'm human, you guys are human, we're all struggling in this together, and the Lord is greater than all of our struggles. Thoughts on Batch? Okay, if you don't know me, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm a huge fan of The Bachelor, Bachelorette. I'm currently watching this season. If you haven't watched the first part of the finale, I'm filming this. Tonight is the final part of the finale. I'm actually going over to my friend's house. We're gonna have a little watch party together, like watch party I say, and it's gonna be like 3 people, 3 of my friends. But yeah, so obsessed with that. Go follow me on Instagram for all the Bachelor content, because I post a lot about it on my stories. But yeah, don't watch this part, skip ahead a minute or so, or a few minutes. I don't really know how much I'm gonna talk about this. If you haven't seen the first part of the finale, because I don't want to spoil, but I have so many thoughts. I will say, from the beginning of this season, my favorites were Zach and Brendan. Obviously, when Tayshia came in, like, is the first time that I feel like everybody saw Brendan, because Claire really overlooked him and like he just like wasn't in the spotlight. But I think Zach is so cute. I'm obsessed with him. I think it's so cool that he has a redemption story and he's been past addiction. That's something that's really close to my heart, is like getting past that, and I just think that he has an amazing story. Brendan as well. Both of them have been through divorces. I'm just like so here for Brendan, and I'm so here for Zach. Also, I will say that I do love Ben. He came back last night and I called it. If y'all follow me on Instagram, you know that I called it. I posted on my story. I was like, I feel like Ben's coming back, and I was right. So I'm feeling great about that. But yeah, I don't really know who's gonna win. I have no idea. I listened to a lot of podcasts about it. I listened to the Bachelor wrap up and I listened to the Snatchler. Definitely listen to both of those if y'all are super into the Bachelor like I am, but definitely listen to the Snatchler. That's my favorite one. It's like run by Margot Oshray. She's one of my favorite people ever. But yes, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really know who's gonna win. I think it could honestly either be Zach or Ben. I honestly think Ben has a chance of winning. Don't kill me, guys. I just love him. I think he's so precious, and I love his whole spiel on mental health and all that he's been through. I think that he is an amazing light for that. This question says, how do I decide where to go to college? Okay, let me give you my tips. Actually, I'm gonna link like down below in the description of this video my college decision video, because I actually posted a video like 2 years ago whenever I decided where I was gonna go to college, but I talk a lot about how I personally decided in that video. So if you want to see what I was actually thinking when I chose where to go to college, go watch that. Maybe it will be helpful. But yeah, I would say, like, this sounds like such an annoying answer to give to that, but pray about it. Seek what the Lord has for your life. One thing that I really struggled with was believing that my plan or the Lord's plan for my life would end if I chose to go to the wrong school, and that's not true. Wherever you decide to go, if you're not supposed to be there, like, the Lord will remove you from that situation and you'll be given an opportunity to transfer. Like, that's just like, you're not gonna have like a door that's like not gonna open for you, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense, but there's no wrong decision, because like there's always a way out, and you're gonna end up wherever you're supposed to end up. Just trust that the Lord has a sovereign hand on your life, and just trust that his plan is always better. So yeah, pray about it. Talk to your friends, visit the college if you're able to. I think visiting is a great way to decide, like, okay, like, if I woke up on this campus, would I feel happy? Would I feel like I'm able to thrive here as best as I can? Or would I be better somewhere else? So yeah, if you have the opportunity to visit, I know it's probably a lot harder now with COVID, but yeah, definitely do that if you can. Recommendations for finding Jesus at a non-Christian school. I do want to put out there that I personally go to a Christian school, so that's not something that I've necessarily had to navigate. I've gone to a Christian school my entire life, so in that sense, I've never had to strive to like be in a Christian environment, but I would say a lot of my friends do go to non-Christian or secular universities, and what they say is that it really just takes that extra effort to be able to find the Lord. The Lord is everywhere. Like, he is not just on a Christian campus. So like, if you don't go to a Christian school, it doesn't mean that you're not a good Christian. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to have a strong relationship with him, because I definitely believe that you can. He's not limited to certain campuses or certain parts of the world or anywhere. Like, Jesus has no limitations, and neither does his presence. So I would say it just really takes that extra effort to get involved in your church, maybe volunteer at your church, get involved in some sort of ministry like Young Life, FCA. There's so many Crew. I know that those are at a lot of different secular universities, so just like seek it out and pray that the Lord will meet you where you are. This sweet girl named McKenna asked me a bunch of questions, and she said, sorry for the question overload. I've watched all of your videos in the past 5 days. That makes me so happy. Like, I just can't even believe that people like binge my videos. I just like, like what? Like, I don't know, that's just crazy. But she asked me a lot of questions about Liberty. So she said, could you tell us a couple stories on how you exactly met some of your Liberty friends? Just to kind of explain that quickly, I met most of them on Instagram before I actually got to school. Since social media is such a huge thing and prevalent in so many of our lives, I've talked about this in several of my videos, but I met most of my friends going into college before I actually got there, and like I just ended up being close with them. I met them on Instagram, Facebook. There's just so many ways that make it easy for making friends before you even get to school, especially at Liberty. Like there's just like all these Instagram accounts that you can follow that are like Liberty University class of 2023, and then they will like post profiles, and they also do that on the Facebook group. But yeah, I would say definitely do that if you want to meet your friends or just like meet people and get your name out there, and just like, I don't know, it just makes making friends so much easier when you have familiar faces once you get onto campus. So that's how I met most of my friends, is like literally like on social media, and then I would run into them on the first week or first few weeks of school, and I was like, hey guys, oh my gosh. So it made it a lot less awkward, especially when I would go into all of my classes on the first week of school, and not one single class did I not have a friend. So that has to do with the fact that Liberty is like a little over 15,000 students. So it's not super huge, but yeah, it was really helpful for me. But she also asked if I went to CFAW. CFAW is Liberty's college for a weekend, so you're able to stay for the weekend in a dorm and kind of like experience what college is like for a weekend at Liberty. I didn't go to CFAW, but I know a lot of people who did and loved it. She also asked, did you party in high school? No, not at all. And then she said, did you find people on Instagram going to Liberty and DM them? Yes, I slid into so many people's DMs, like literally so many people. And I was a little, she also said like, were you nervous? Not really, because everybody does it and it's just a really common thing. People are generally really nice and like open to like talking beforehand, so don't be nervous about it. You are loved, you are so special. And last but not least, I got a question from Mia. She said, are you okay? Just checking in, love your content, you're amazing. So sweet, like that just like makes me so happy that people who haven't like met me just like, I don't know, I feel like I have so many like friends all around the world because of YouTube, which is so amazing. I'm so happy to be home. I've been being so lazy, binging so much reality TV, hanging out with my friends all the time. Like I said, I'm going over to my friend's house in the next hour or so, so I just figured I would film this video before I go. But yeah, I'm super happy. I think my relationship with the Lord could be stronger in this season. I'm gonna try to get back on my grind with that and become more disciplined. And I've just like really been praying like, Lord, make me more disciplined. So I feel like that's just like a constant struggle in my life, and I don't know if that will necessarily ever end, but I don't know, I need to persist and I need to persevere, and I'm just honestly thriving at home. But yeah, thank you for asking, that's so kind. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I love Vlogmas, I love posting, and I don't know, I'm having the best time ever being home, and I'm just like I don't know, I'm just in a great mood right now. Like, can you guys tell? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment down below video requests, turn my post notifications on if you want to be notified when I post a new video. But I will see you guys not tomorrow, but the next day. And yeah, Merry Christmas. I love you all. Bye.